Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
I'm Kate.
I'm Bradley.
And this is History Buffoons.
The History Buffoons.
And I am having a Sprite today because bubbles.
Bubbles.
Yes.
I am having a Coors Banquet, which you may have recognized from our last episode, and the same shirt. Hey, you said be transparent. So we are recording 2 episodes on the same day, and that's okay because
life is busy.
Life is hectic. You know, I got kids, you got cats, and, you know.
Poor Frankie.
I know.
So my oldest cat, Frankie, he's 12, I think.
Because, again, correct me if I'm wrong, Nathan had him before you met, right?
I had him before I met Nathan.
Oh, you did. Why did I think Nathan had him before you met?
I don't know.
Okay.
Frankie's mine. I had him 2 years before I met Nathan.
That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Okay. I flip-flopped who had him. I'm sorry.
So he started losing hair on his belly like months ago.
Yeah.
And nobody was concerned. I was because
Well, because it wasn't normal, and you took him to the vet, and he's like, no, he's all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That came from the depths.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
But so he was taken to the vet a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
That sounds right from what you told me.
And Bonnie too. No, everyone's fine. They were just a checkup, but we're like, yeah, Frankie's losing hair on his belly, a little bit in front of his ears.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, let's recheck his blood. And for a little bit, he had some kidney problems. We got him on a kidney diet, and now his kidneys are just fine. So we took him off the diet.
Which is great. Yeah.
And they tested his thyroid, and because we told him, we're like, he's hungry all the time. He tries to eat everybody else, every other cat's food.
Yep. And
she's like, well, he's lost like 2 pounds since the last time I saw him. And if he's that hungry, that shouldn't be the case. So let's test his thyroid.
Yeah.
Now he's on thyroid medicine.
Yeah.
He's not super consistent with taking it. He does okay. But he's slowing down his eating.
Yeah. Cats can be very fickle when it comes to pills, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really hard to get him to take it.
And now he's losing hair on the side of his body and his legs.
Right? Yeah.
And he's not like picking at his hair.
No, it's just he's going bald.
Yeah.
Old age. So
he had a follow-up appointment with Bonnie already scheduled for this coming Tuesday, which is the 12th. So by the time this comes out, it's going to be past. But
right.
So I'll have to give you an update on Frankie and what's going on.
Well, I'd certainly like to know because Frankie's my little buddy. Because when we record up at your place, he's always like, "Hey, dude."
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Come pet me. Yeah. Why haven't you pet me yet?
Yeah, he'll yell at me when I walk in the door. It's like, oh, don't worry. Let me set the podcast bag down and then I'll pet you. Mm-hmm. But he's relentless until he gets his pets from Bradley.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He is a good boy. I like him a lot. I mean, I love all your cats, but he's my favorite.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
I hope it's nothing. And, I hope if it is something, they can at least figure out what it is so they can help him, whatever. But that's never fun. Just like you got Wicket, who's super fucking skinny, but she is 19.
Yeah.
Which is an old cat, and she seems to be doing just fucking fine.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Other than the hair loss, he was doing just fine up until like this week. And then he started like eating less.
Yeah. Which is weird, especially for him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay. Okay.
Me too.
We're going to go from one depressing story to a depressing story that gets better.
I hope so, because
it's about slavery.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What an uplifting topic. Let's get into it. Fucking A.
Okay, I'm going to set the scene. We're in America in 1840. Similar to last episode.
I mean, that's where it started. Wow.
Okay, the population is about 17 million people.
In the States?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
About 1 in 7 are enslaved.
Wow.
2.5 million black slaves.
That's crazy.
Okay. The president at the time is Martin Van Buren. He was booted in the election by William Henry Harrison later that year.
Okay.
Jacksonian democracy was still influential. Remember Andrew Jackson?
Sure do.
Well, we haven't posted that story.
So maybe don't talk about it. But I do, yes, remember Andrew Jackson. He's on the $20 bill.
The Jacksonian democracy, Andrew Jackson.
Oh, do I have to edit that out now?
That part, yeah.
All right, then.
Now you have to remove that part.
No, I'm leaving this all fucking in. This is all staying.
Okay, for future reference, we have one story that we're just kind of hanging on for like oh shit, we need to put out an episode.
Yeah.
And it has to do with Andrew Jackson.
And it was a little on the shorter side.
And it wasn't done well on my part.
I mean, I won't argue that.
Shut up. Okay, so with the Jacksonian democracy, more white men could vote without property.
Right.
Okay. So the economy was expanding. Cotton was a big thing in the South.
It was booming.
Powered by slaves. The North was industrializing, so textiles and railroads and factories.
Yeah.
Westward expansion, new land, mostly stolen from indigenous people. You know, lots of economic opportunities.
Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we're at, okay? White men, they're free to vote. They are free to move about. They're free to own land and climb the ladder, if you will. Free black people face discrimination. They couldn't vote in most states, often required to carry their own like free papers. Enslaved people lived under brutal conditions with no rights, could be sold or punished at any moment. Indigenous people likely being removed and killed off or pushed into reservations. So lots of turmoil.
This really is an uplifting story.
I know.
I am on fucking cloud 9 right now.
I know.
What the fuck?
Okay. So by the late 1840s, American slavery was like deeply entrenched in the South. We all know this.
Yes.
But there was a great abolitionist movement happening.
Yeah.
Okay. And enslaved people tried to flee to these free states.
Yep.
But there was such a thing called the Fugitive Slave Act of 1793.
I remember this, yeah.
Yeah. So it gave slaveholders the right to recover enslaved peoples who fled to free states.
Because they were just technically property.
Yes.
It's like if you stole a car and, hey, my car's over and whatever now.
I'm going to go get it.
I'm going to go get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it also allowed the slaveholders to go into the free states
to retrieve their property. Yeah.
It required local judges and officials to help assist in returning fugitives.
Wow.
And it imposed $500 fine on anyone who helped a runaway slave.
Jesus.
Okay.
That'd be a lot of money back then.
So some of the problems with that, there's no trial, there's no jury trial, there's no due process.
Of course not.
Many of the free black people were also kidnapped and re-enslaved.
See, that's horseshit.
Mm-hmm. Northern states hated being forced to uphold this law.
Can't blame them.
So some of the states passed personal liberty laws.
Okay.
It is state laws that are designed to protect free black people and escaped enslaved people from being captured and returned to slavery under the Fugitive Slaves Act.
So they were just basically trying to curb that whole act and be like, no,
they
fuck
created
that.
their own. Yeah. So it guaranteed jury trials for alleged fugitive slaves.
Okay.
It required proper documentation proving someone was actually a slave.
Right.
Forbade state officials from helping capture runaways.
Wow, good.
Banned the use of state jails to hold fugitives.
Right.
And punished false claims by slave catchers.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so pretty good.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were trying to help.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want the slave thing going on anymore anyway.
No. So what did the South do? They were enraged. Blast! These are a violation of our constitutional rights. They argued that they made slaveholder rights meaningless.
Good. Fuck your slaveholder rights.
But it added fire to the fuel to the fire. There we go.
I think the name of the episode's Fire to the Fuel. It's gotta be.
It added to the start of the Civil War.
Right. Of course it did.
Yes. Okay.
She's just tapping on keys. She's not really typing anything. She does that a lot to make her look smart.
Okay, so in response to this law.
Yeah, you don't have to speak so fast. You're not catching up here.
In response
to this law.
Abolitionists and free black communities formed the Underground Railroad. Secret networks to help fugitives reach free states in Canada.
Why didn't they call it subways?
Subways wasn't a thing yet.
Could have been.
So major...
I'm not talking about the sandwich shop. I'm talking about...
I know that.
Underground railroads. I had to make sure you knew that.
Ooh, sub sandwich sounds good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of hungry now.
Major northern cities had like these vigilante committees.
Yeah.
Secret groups that coordinated shelter, transportation, and protection for escapees.
Yeah.
And for those escapees, like Henry Brown.
Henry Brown?
Henry Brown was born as a slave around 1815 on a plantation in Louisa County, Virginia.
Virginia.
Yes.
All right.
His early life, in his words, was comparatively free from physical abuse.
Oh.
His last master even allowed decent food, clothing, and some earnings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's rare for those days.
Yeah. So one of the clearest signs that Henry Box had a slightly less... Bubbles.
The bubbles.
Slightly less hellish experience than most slaves came from his fashion, actually.
Do you have a nice hat? Or
what? Yes.
Oh.
So while delivering grain with his brother to a granary in a nearby county, the local slaves stopped and oohed and awed over these two men. The Brown brothers were wearing shoes.
Whoa, that had to be rare for them.
They had vests. They had hats.
They have a pocket watch.
They'd never seen enslaved people wear these items before.
Well, no, I mean, because they usually got fucking rags.
Yeah, so they actually had a somewhat quote unquote decent master.
Yeah.
You know? But when their first master was on his deathbed,
oh dear,
the boys were summoned.
Okay.
And they thought, as soon as he dies, we are free.
They thought that they would be freed?
They thought that.
Wow, were they wrong?
Instead, the dying man said, quote, "Be good boys." Maybe not quote, but I'm saying it's quote.
Wow.
"Be good boys and obey my son."
Yeah, because it's just getting passed on. Because, again,
property.
Unfortunately, at that time, it's property.
Yes.
So just because one guy dies doesn't mean you're free.
Yeah. So here's the new boss. Henry at the time was 13.
There's a really good Who song, and the line in the song is, "Meet the new boss, same as the old boss." It's so fucking true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really sad how true those words are.
Yeah.
Because it's still a boss.
Yeah.
It's same bullshit.
So Brown spent the next few years working in a tobacco factory in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
He worked 14 hours a day in summer, 16 hours a day in winter.
Jeez.
And he busted his butt to try to impress his master, William Barrett.
Which is the son of the last one. Yeah. Okay.
It kind of worked. His efforts earned him a new suit, a bit of spending money, and it kind of put off the whip a little bit.
Well, that's good. I mean, prefer not to have that.
Yeah. So by the mid 1830s, Henry Brown hit his 20s.
Yeah.
And he fell in love with a woman. They met through their church, I believe. Her name was Nancy.
Okay.
And she was an enslaved woman for a local banker. Okay. And both him and Nancy asked permission to marry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and they were allowed to. They're like, well, I mean, their version of being married, it wasn't legal. It wasn't they didn't have papers or anything.
Right, but
they were married.
They were married in their eyes,
their
basically.
eyes, yeah.
But how did that work with having two different owners, I guess? that they allowed that. So like, because obviously one's living here, one's living there.
So they actually did buy a house. Well, not buy a house. They're renting a house. Okay, so
wow.
Brown did everything he could to kind of keep his little family together. So he paid $50 a year to Nancy's owner.
Okay.
To convince him not to sell her off.
Oh, wow. So it's like, hey, keep her here. Gotcha.
$50 a year is approximately $2,000. So not much.
No, but I'm sure his wages were very minimal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that
could have been a lot of saving.
Oh, yeah.
For that, yeah.
I bet he had to save a shit ton to get to $50.
Yeah.
So good on him to do that to keep the missus around.
And then he paid $72 a year to rent a home.
Wow.
So that was about $3,000. So
okay.
By like the mid to late 1840s,
yeah,
they ended up with 3 children, and she was pregnant with their 4th.
Excuse me. Do you have their names?
No. They do not last long in this story.
Because you don't talk about them, or because they died?
I don't talk about them. August 1848.
What the fuck?
Henry Brown was working at the tobacco factory in Richmond, and he got word Nancy and their 3 children were about to be sold.
But what about the $50?
Doesn't matter anymore. The bargain wasn't upheld.
Clearly, and like,
I mean, they had close to what, 8 years together then?
That's enough.
Or maybe even more. It was mid 1830s when they met.
Right.
And then this is 1848.
But just think about what that owner could get for a female, and were they
3 children?
Were they 3 boys? Do you
no.
Don't know? Okay.
No.
But still, the mother and 3 children. Was she pregnant at this time? So here's 3.5 children, basically, plus this mom.
Yeah.
Give me a good price. They'll be yours. I mean,
Pretty
that's
much.
just fucking wild. I mean,
they never tried to run away. They never misbehaved. They actually had a quote unquote decent situation,
right?
Compared to like some other slaves, but
the owner is just trying to make some money.
Yeah. So they were sold to a Methodist minister from North Carolina.
And where were they currently?
Richmond, Virginia.
Right.
Virginia.
Okay. Right.
Yes. So Brown rushed to the slave trader's auction pen, and there she was, his wife and his 3 children, shackled, terrified, and waiting to be shipped off.
Right.
He arrived just in time to witness Nancy standing with her children, all of them in chains, waiting to be marched out of Richmond.
Wow.
Brown tried to follow them, walking beside his wife and children as far as he could. He said Nancy never once looked at him, not because she didn't love him, but because it was so overwhelming with grief and fear.
She would have broke down.
She would have broke down, and that would make like the goodbye even harder.
Yeah, no, I get that.
In his words, he said, quote, "I followed them with aching heart, but they gave me no word, no glance, though I saw the tears falling from my wife's face like rain," end quote.
That's wild.
Eventually, he was forced to stop as they were herded away, and that was the last time he ever saw them.
Ever? Damn.
Yeah. So he said, quote, "Having lost what little joy my life offered, I began to plan an escape," end quote.
Was he going to go try and find them?
He actually never tried.
Oh.
And we can talk about that later, but
that seems weird.
He said, "Go and get a box and put yourself in it." Okay.
What? Who did he say this to?
Himself. He's thinking, I'm going to go get a box. I'm going to put myself in it.
Oh, so he's going to unalive himself?
No. Brown went to a church friend named James C. Smith. There are 2 Smiths, so I'm going to try to keep them separate for you. No relation to each other.
Okay. I mean, it is a common name.
It is. James Smith was a church friend.
Yeah.
He was living in Richmond, Virginia as a free man.
Okay.
He's African American. He was a dentist.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So regular old Doc Holliday.
Yeah. So it could have been he had manumission. This guy. Why is he free in Richmond, Virginia?
Right.
Right. So it's possible it was manumission, which is the owners freeing the enslaved people. If you recall,
I do.
oh God, what's her name? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I can picture the
poet.
Yeah.
Oh
Phyllis
man.
Wheatley.
Yes. Look at your brain. Phyllis Wheatley, the poet. She was manumist.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
Manumist, whatever.
Yeah.
It could also be that James Smith was able to buy his own freedom somehow, or he was born free. We're not really sure. Like if both of his parents were free.
Born Free like a Bruce Springsteen song? No, maybe not. Anyways.
Born to be Wild.
That's not his song.
Cool. So by 1840, Virginia actually had about 58,000 free black people. We don't need to circle around back to Born to be Wild.
But Born to Run is Bruce Springsteen.
Got it. Whew, I can sleep now.
No, you can't. Because you have to finish this fucking episode.
Brown also went to Samuel Smith. Okay, he was
James Smith, Sam Smith. Okay.
Samuel Smith is a white shoemaker from Massachusetts who lived in Richmond, Virginia. Okay.
Is it important that he's from Massachusetts?
It's context.
Just like the kids' names? Sip your bubbles.
He used to be a slaveholder himself, but he sympathized with Brown.
He saw the error of his ways.
And Brown offered Samuel all of his savings to help. It was about $50.
Wow.
Here's some money. The three men devised a plan. Get a box, ship Henry Brown to Pennsylvania directly to the Anti-Slavery Society office in Philadelphia.
They're going to have like some sandwiches in there for him, or I mean,
nope.
Cut some holes, hopefully.
A little bit.
What the fuck?
So
it's like, dude, be quiet.
J. Miller McKim of the Anti-Slavery Society was arranged to receive this shipment
package.
A letter came for him asking to help Brown before Brown was ever shipped out. So they like corresponded and they had this arrangement.
Okay.
So McKim agreed, though he and his colleagues like understood like this is serious business. Yeah. If we get caught, we could face prison.
Oh yeah, for
if
sure. If
he dies, what the hell are we going to do with the body?
Bury it in the box?
Yeah.
So do you think like the box shows up? Hello?
They actually do.
Oh shit.
Hello.
Did you make it? Hello.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ. Anyways.
Brown commissioned a carpenter to build a sturdy wooden crate just big enough for him to sit curled in.
Oh, fuck. He doesn't even get to lay down. Oh, so it's kind of like Tyrion Lannister. Do you have to push his own shit out of the box?
Ew.
Well, that's what he did in Game of Thrones.
That's what he did in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So Brown personally specified the dimensions for his most comfortable sitting fit. 3 feet long.
Oh, my God.
2 feet 8 inches deep and 2 feet wide, like an extra large wardrobe box from like Home Depot.
Do you have any type of dimensions on Brown, like his height or anything, weight, anything like that?
I don't, but I do have a picture that I'm going to insert of a replica of the box, but it's tiny.
There's a bug floating around and it's really fucking annoying. I can't get it to go away.
So the box was lined with baize cloth.
What's baize?
So it's a coarse woolen cloth that feels like felt a little bit, but it's rougher and more durable, and it can also like muffle the sound quite a bit.
Right,
so
which is very helpful in this smuggling a body.
Yeah, and they had about 3 air holes, just 3.
Well, better than 0. I mean,
yeah.
Did they mention at all where the air holes were?
No.
Oh.
They did label the box as dry goods and wrote on it, "This side up with care."
Well, good thing, because he didn't want to be on his head and neck the whole fucking time.
Oh, but nobody knows how to read, apparently.
Well, it is the 1840s,
So on the morning of his boxing.
Of his departure? His boxing.
He needed an excuse to miss work.
Did you ever see like unboxing videos on YouTube or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
That would be quite the unboxing video.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fucked up.
That's the first TikTok video right there.
Hey, it's a man.
So he had a friend deliberately pour oil of vitriol on his hand, which is sulfuric acid.
Why?
To get him out of work.
Oh.
Did you miss that part?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, the morning of his boxing, he needed something to get him out of work.
Sorry, I did not
That's okay.
pay attention to that.
So they poured oil of vitriol or sulfuric acid on his hand.
Burn his hand so he could be like, look, massa, I can't work.
Exactly.
So
he says, quote,
God, that's fucking dedication.
I got to itch.
That's fine. That happens.
So in his own words, he says, quote, I got a friend to pour it on me so that I might get my hands sufficiently burnt and enable me to stop work, end quote.
That's
just like that.
Crazy. Could you imagine wanting to do that? I mean, I understand the situation, so I get that, but fuck that. That would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. I mean, again, he's all in.
Yep.
To not go find his family.
So he climbed into his box and the co-conspirators sealed the box. They nailed it and they bound it with 5 strong hickory hoops for reinforcement.
What's a hickory hoop?
Like basically those hoops that keep barrels together.
Oh.
Made out of hickory.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? There's like 5.
I mean, they're usually metal, but yeah.
Yeah. So this one is made out of hickory.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Brown says, quote, I took with me a bladder filled with water to bathe my neck with in case of too great heat and with no access to the fresh air except 3 small gimlet holes.
Wow.
Samuel Smith, the white shoemaker, then delivered the precious cargo to the Adams Express office, paying shipping for what was declared as dry goods.
Yes.
I did not see most of this information is coming from Henry Brown's own book.
Oh, so he ended up writing a book.
Yes.
So you didn't actually.
That's why I have so many quotes.
You didn't see a bill of lading for this package?
No. So Brown's route from Richmond to Philadelphia involved wagons,
right,
railroad cars,
right,
and a steamboat, and none of them handled the package well.
Properly.
So it was labeled to keep it upright and with care, but careless handlers turned it into like a rolling coffin, so to speak.
They don't fucking care.
They don't fucking care.
Like you said, they probably couldn't read. Because of the times, it was very common that people couldn't read. So they're like, what is this gibberish on the side of this box? Fuck that.
Means nothing.
Yeah, get it on the boat, bro. You know, I mean, so yeah, I totally understand that. And plus, they just didn't fucking care.
No.
They don't care if there's fine china in this shit.
So Brown left Richmond at about 8 a.m.
Okay.
On March 23rd, 1849.
23rd, 18. Okay.
So almost immediately, the box was loaded sideways.
So he would like head this way kind of thing? Okay.
And then
upside down?
Upside down.
Fuck.
Onto a dray wagon. Do you remember what a dray wagon is from the children's blizzard of 1888?
I do, vaguely, yeah.
A wagon with no sides, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Brown felt all of his weight drop onto his head and shoulders.
That's what I was worried about, because having that pressure on your neck for an extended period of fucking time.
Ouch.
Oh my God, that's gotta hurt.
As the wagon jolted to the train depot, he struggled to remain silent while his neck and his head throbbed.
Sure.
He said, quote, I was put on my head. My eyes were almost swollen out of their sockets, and the veins on my temples seemed ready to burst, end quote.
God.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
That sounds fucking terrible.
So transferred from wagon to rail baggage car, the box landed right side up for a little time.
Oh, thank goodness. That had to be a fucking relief for him.
But
oh, dear.
His crate was moved again onto the Potomac River steamboat.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Jesus Christ.
He remained inverted for about 90 minutes.
Oh, that's not long.
It probably feels like days.
I understand, but it was only 90 minutes.
Blood rushed to his head. But this is after he's already had that happen.
No, I get it. It's not fucking ideal. That is for certain.
Blood rushed to his head. His arms went numb and a cold sweat broke out.
Oh, dear.
He said, quote, death seemed my inevitable fate. Every moment I expected to feel the blood flowing over me, end quote.
So he was pretty much, well, we tried. I'm probably going to die here.
Yeah.
Kind of mentality.
So just as he was kind of losing consciousness, he overheard two passengers.
Oh, dear.
They said, "Let us sit down to rest." And the box was mercifully turned on its side so that these two men could sit. They sat on his box, but he's not on his head anymore.
That's all that matters. I mean, that had to be a fucking relief again.
Yeah. So one man said, "I wonder what was in the box." And the other one said, "It's mail."
He's not wrong.
Exactly. So Henry Brown in his head said, "Yes, a mail, M-A-L-E. Indeed, though not the mail of the United States." He said that to himself.
That's funny.
So the steamer reached Washington, D.C. by late afternoon, and the crate was tossed from the ship onto a wagon. Upside down.
Jesus Christ. Could they put some fucking arrows on there? Why'd it have to be words? Seriously, put some fucking arrows pointing up.
Brown said, quote, "I heard my neck give a crack as if it had snapped. I was not completely insensible," end quote.
Wow.
He blacked out.
Rightly so.
When he came to, he found himself on a railroad platform where handlers actually about left him behind.
How did he find himself on that?
Well, he could probably hear the rails. He knows.
Can you go on with that?
Yeah, he heard the train rails, the train cars on the rails. He heard the train. He knew it was a platform.
Can you move on now?
Brown was like, "Shit, I'm being left behind." And someone, we don't know who, said, "The box came with the mail and it must go with the mail."
Fucking
So
right.
they picked him up.
Thank God.
So the box was loaded onto a northbound train to Philadelphia. Upside down.
Jesus Christ. You know how hard it is to shit upside down?
Yeah.
How did he go to the bathroom?
I don't want to know.
I don't either.
He didn't mention it in his book. So
thank goodness, because do you have a total time frame for this travel?
27 hours.
Fuck. Because I'm sorry, but I poop at least once a day. And there's no way I could hold it for 27 hours. So he had to have gone in that box.
Yeah. Well,
fuck.
So as he was like being put onto this train car.
Did he have food in the box too?
No. Some sources I found said crackers. He never actually wrote down in his book that it was crackers.
He had white people in there?
Wow.
I'm guessing you're going to tell me to edit that out.
When more baggage was coming onto this train cart, his box was actually moved upright again somehow to make space for, I don't know how, because it's upside down, right side up. It's the same dimensions that way. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
But somehow he ended right side up. Okay.
Thank God.
So it was an overnight train ride.
Yeah.
And Henry Brown's mailing journey ended March 24th, 1849.
Okay.
26 to 24 hours total.
God damn.
So upon arrival in Philadelphia, it was around 3 a.m. The box was kept at the depot for a couple of hours.
Right.
And then a hired express wagon
picked it up to deliver it to that guy.
Picked it up, and he was in the know.
Oh, so he was in on it.
He was driven by Dan the Irishman.
I love that.
He was bribed with a $5 gold piece.
Oh, shit. And
he picked up the crate, marked right side up, and delivered it directly to the Anti-Slavery Society office.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what Henry Brown said of his final little trek. He said, quote, "I was soon placed on this wagon and carried to the house of my friend's correspondent, where quite a number of persons were waiting to receive me. They appeared to be some afraid to open the box at first.
Because sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
But at length, one of them rapped on it and with a trembling voice asked, 'Is all right within?' To which I replied, 'All right.' The joy of these friends was excessive, and like the ancient Jews who repaired to the building who repaired to the rebuilding of Jerusalem. Each one seized hold of some tool and commenced opening my grave. At length, the cover was removed, and I arose and shook myself from the lethargy into which I had fallen. But exhausted nature proved too much for my frame, and I swooned away. End quote.
Wow. All right within.
All right within. All right.
I mean, I don't blame him for being a little,
Wary.
Weary of like,
is he going to be dead?
Did we just ship a dead body?
Yep.
Or do we ship a live body and now it's a dead body? Fuck.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, potentially no food except for possibly crackers. He's got to shit and piss himself. Where did that go? I mean, only has 3 holes. Not a lot of airflow. All that. Upside down. I mean, they didn't know at the time, but, he did. He was upside down, upside down, blah, 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 whatever. There's a good fucking chance he was going to die.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't is quite fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild that he didn't die.
So was Henry free? Not legally.
Well, no, because he escaped. And so he's still technically his property of...
William Barrett. He is still the property of his master, William Barrett.
That's his name. Yep.
And so he knew his freedom wasn't guaranteed. It was basically borrowed time.
Right.
So to protect him, abolitionist allies in Pennsylvania, New York, and Massachusetts kept Henry moving and undercover.
Did you say it was it, am I mixing stuff up here where the Underground Railroad tried to get people to Canada? Was he like headed to Canada too?
No, he wasn't headed to Canada, but
okay.
But there were operations that did go that far.
To try and get them out of the States to basically make them free.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So on April 12th, because you can't keep something like this fucking quiet, on April 12th, 1849, the Burlington Courier in Vermont ran a story under the headline, quote, "Wonderful Escape of a Slave."
Why the fuck would they do that? I mean, do they not understand that they're literally giving this away?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking idiots.
Word spread fast.
Of course it did.
But rather than let others tell the story for him, Henry Brown was like,
I'll do it.
Give me the microphone.
Yeah. Give me a pen and paper. I'll jot this shit down.
He began attending meetings of the American Anti-Slavery Society, and just 2 months after his arrival, he stood before a packed crowd in Boston at the largest abolitionist gathering in the country.
Okay.
And reported exactly what he did to escape. So the National Anti-Slavery Standard reported that, quote, "His adventures and the fortitude with which he passed through an unparalleled journey of suffering and extraordinary danger exalted a thrill of sympathy and admiration in everyone who listened. The finale of this simple tale was received with deafening shouts," end quote.
I love how they call it an adventure, because like when you think of adventure, don't you like mainly be like
extraordinary danger?
Yeah, like don't
not adventure.
When you think
it says his adventures. Yeah.
Don't you think of when you think of an adventure, it's like something fun, something like you're going to discover something.
Yeah,
something like this is going to be great. Ultimately, even if there's trials and tribulations up to that point. That was not an adventure. That was just pure fucking luck in an escape format. I mean, that is not an adventure at all in my brain. I understand the usage of it. And again, I'm just...
And they like sensationalized. Yeah.
I'm just going off of what my brain would like think of an adventure as. It is not going through a box upside down for multiple times. Because that sounds fucking awful.
So by this time, Henry Brown becomes Henry Box Brown. They nicknamed him Henry Box Brown.
Oh, dear.
And he became a public speaker.
Well, good for him.
Yes.
Okay.
So he shared his firsthand account of the slavery cruelty, his escape, and he hoped to garner support for the anti-slavery cause.
Sure.
And this is when he published his memoir.
Oh.
It's titled Narrative of Henry Box Brown, who escaped from slavery enclosed in a box 3 feet long and 2 wide in the summer of 1849. And I'm going to link the actual book, like you can read the whole book because it's short. It's like 90 pages, something like that.
But for back then, it was probably pretty good, honestly. But
Yeah.
so did he actually? He could read and write.
So he had a ghostwriter.
Was that a thing back then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He did have a ghostwriter for that one. So I don't know if he could actually read and write.
Was it Casper? Was he a friendly ghost?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's move on.
So
I didn't say it was a good joke.
So Henry Brown escaped. His escape made him basically a star, but it also stirred up a little bit of trouble because he became one of the most famous fugitives of the time, and not everybody was thrilled. Frederick Douglass, he did praise like Brown's bravery, and then kind of condemned him for spilling the beans.
Well, I mean, why the fuck would you talk about it?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense. Like you're literally escaping from this life of indentured servant or whatever the fuck words you want to use. And why the fuck would you talk about it? Because this guy can still come and claim you.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, even though they came up with their own laws, that guy could be like, well, this is a fucking law still.
Yeah.
So I'm coming to get my property. And why would you talk about it? I'd fucking come out of the box with a different fucking name even. So you leave Henry Brown behind you.
Yeah.
Call yourself Box White. I don't know, whatever the fuck. But like, why would you talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
But I almost feel like, did he want to become a celebrity because of this? It seems kind of
maybe
like that's a possibility. I'm not speaking for the man, obviously, but that's just my perception of it. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're
going to give it away.
You escaped a situation, which was fucking terrible. And now, instead of like going to look for your wife and kids, you're like, I'm going to be a celebrity.
Yeah. And Frederick Douglass was like, you're going to ruin it for the rest of us.
Well, that's the thing.
And he was right.
Yeah.
Because soon after, 2 other men tried to copy Brown's tactic.
Did they die?
They were caught.
Oh, okay.
Because they were sending telegraphs, and the telegraph kind of was intercepted. And they were sent back into slavery.
Yeah, weird.
And then Sam Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, he was the shoemaker.
Yeah.
He was arrested for trying to help others.
See, way to go, Brown.
He ruined it for everybody.
Box Brown fucking got that guy arrested.
Yeah.
Basically.
In 1850, a new and improved Fugitive Slave Act made free states a little bit more dangerous for escaped slaves.
Oh, dear.
So this one was passed in 1850. It was part of the Compromise of 1850 to appease southern states after California entered as a free state.
Yeah.
So southern slaveholders wanted stronger protections for their property.
Right.
So they supercharged the 1793 law. They created federal commissioners who got paid $10 if they ruled everyone, slow down. Federal commissioners were paid $10 if they ruled someone as a fugitive.
Oh.
But only $5 if they ruled otherwise. So guess how many were ruled as fugitives?
I'm going to go with a lot because, again, our government was never corrupt.
Yeah.
And still isn't to this day. So
I got a itch on my eye.
I see that. So does everybody else know.
The law also denied the accused of a jury, even the right to testify.
So dumb.
Required all citizens, even in free states, to assist in the capture of fugitives or face jails or fines.
How did they get away with these fucking stipulations? Because it's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm going to help these people. Fuck off.
Yeah.
But yet, because you say you get to go to jail. No, fuck you. I'm not going to jail because I helped this person.
Mm-hmm.
Where did they get off being like, yeah, this is part of the law? Like, who the fuck passed that? Fucking clowns. Seriously, that's fucking stupid. I mean, again, I understand. Different fucking time from when you and I are alive. I get that. But like, who thought like, no, this is a good fucking idea?
I know.
Anyone who helps, jail. We got
6
them.
months in jail or $1,000 in fines.
And that's a lot of fucking money back then. And that's a lot of fucking time because a lot of these people were working the land or whatever the fuck it was. And they had to, you know, farm and so on or whatever, or any type of job. And they can't afford to be out for 6 months. God damn, fucking people are stupid.
So it caused widespread fear in northern Black communities, even free people.
Sure.
It sparked mass migration to Canada.
Right.
It radicalized moderates in the North, turned more people into abolitionists.
Right.
And it became one of the key accelerants of the Civil War.
I mean, good for that, because that obviously ultimately was about abolishing this. And, you know, that's why the states were separated and whatever. But I mean, what the fuck?
So even if you hated slavery, you were legally still forced to support it, essentially. Which
is just wild, because there were so many people who didn't support it.
I know. So with his face now famous, Henry Brown would do what any man would do after mailing himself to freedom. He got out of the country.
Where did he go?
He went to England.
Ooh, jolly old London.
He spent the next 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Turning his escape story
into a play?
Into theater.
I was right. Look at me go.
He toured Scotland, England, and Ireland. Published a new version of his memoir, this time with no ghostwriter. And evolved from lecturer to stage magician and hypnotist.
But yet his wife and kids are still in slavery.
Probably.
I'm starting to not like this guy. I'm just going to say, I'm glad he got fucking out of a bad situation, but what the fuck, man?
He also got a little flashy. He rebranded himself as African Prince.
Oh my God. Okay, I lost respect for this guy. I understand that was hard times and he had to get out of that, but I feel like he did this for fucking fame.
I know.
With what's being said right now.
I don't think he did it for fame. I think he ended up continuing for fame.
Excuse me. Yeah, let me rephrase that. He got out of a bad situation and took advantage of what it could bring him afterwards. Yeah. He didn't do it for fame. He did it to get out of the situation and then like, wait a minute. I can fucking capitalize this.
Yeah, exactly.
What a dick.
So as African Prince, he wore bright colors, silks, swords, turbans. And it was basically a way for him to like play with the traumas of his past, kind of like a mockery of slavery kind of a thing.
Was it though?
So he on stage would reenact him climbing out of a box.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He would even ship himself by railroad from city to city as like a point of publicity. He performed magic tricks with a mirrored box.
Oh, Lord.
And he would hypnotize white volunteers, convince them they were sheep, and then people would toss cabbage at them.
Sheep gotta eat.
Brown married for a second time while abroad.
What a dick.
To an English woman named Jane Floyd. And they started a new family, and he has a daughter named Annie. In 1875, a full decade after the Civil War had abolished slavery in America, Brown finally returned to the United States.
With his wife and kid?
He was in his 60s, but continued performing as a magician and speaker, touring parts of the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah.
And his last years were spent in Toronto, where he died on June 15th, 1897, at the age of 82. And he never did go try to find his other wife.
I lose respect for him for that.
So I kind of looked up like why he wouldn't have looked. And it's basically like the possibilities of him finding art so slim.
I'm sorry, but if all of a sudden Sarah and my two kids were sold into slavery, I would go fucking find them.
Yeah.
No matter how hard it fucking would be.
You'd like Django everybody's ass.
Yeah, I would Django Unchain everybody. And shout out to that movie. Great fucking movie.
Great movie.
I'm sorry, but like I couldn't imagine Vesper going into slavery.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I couldn't imagine Xavier going. I mean, any of the three. I don't care how fucking hard it is. I would go fucking find them and be like, nope. That's insanity to me. And so that's why he lost some respect by never going to trying to find his wife. And I understand it wasn't legally binding because of being a slave at the time and whatever, but he had fucking kids, man.
4, because I'm sure the last one was born.
So he had a kid he never even met.
Mm-hmm.
3 that he did. I don't know.
It is sad.
It's
to know that.
And especially because he's like, I'm a magician and a hypnotist. I don't know. Or you could be a fucking savior for your family. But whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That kind of irritates me. Shitty situation he was in. He got himself out of it. And he fucking ran with that instead of trying to help other people, like his family members.
His wife.
Yeah, and his 3 kids, potentially 4th. Wow, that is fucking wild.
Yeah.
And depressing. You really know how to bring a room down.
So what I looked up was basically, did he ever try to find his family?
Yeah.
So there's no like historical records or narratives or diaries saying that he did try.
Yeah.
He would have no legal power to reclaim them.
I understand that, but still.
It was a little bit too dangerous with like the Fugitive Slave Act.
He could have shipped them in a box.
And there's no record that he ever actually like heard from them ever again.
Well, why would he have heard from them? I mean, that's the least likely thing to happen.
Yeah. So as far as what we do know of his wife and kids, they were sold to the Methodist minister from North Carolina.
Isn't that wild that a minister had slaves?
Yeah.
That just seems like wrong in all fucking degrees of life.
So the minister was traveling through Richmond, which likely means Nancy and the children were transported deep into the South, far away from their home in Virginia.
Of course.
The sale happened quickly, so I don't think there was any paperwork or anything like that.
Which I get, yeah.
No names, locations, or records of them. It's possible that their names were changed.
Very probable, yeah.
Yeah. It's possible that they were split up, resold.
Which would be super sad because, those kids only have mom, clearly.
Yeah.
Because daddy's being a magician in England.
Yeah. So. I think it was just kind of like, all's lost. So.
Great fucking mentality.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if my kids were done that. I would not stop till I fucking found them.
Yeah.
That's James.
Kind of sad. Henry Box Brown.
James was the other. Yeah.
One of the Smiths.
Yeah. Fucking Henry. Get in your box.
Man, I thought it was more uplifting because, hey, he made it. And then you're like, hey, go find his family. I'm like, oh, no, he didn't.
I'm sorry. I came from a small family.
Yeah.
I lost my dad last year, so it got smaller. I lost my grandma in 2008. I only had one grandparent, and I lost her in 2008. So I have my mom, I have my brothers, I do have I lost my uncle fucking 2 months after my dad, his brother. So I have a couple cousins. I have some cousins I never met, so I don't consider them cousins. Because I don't fucking know them. They're not family. I had a very small family.
Mm-hmm.
I would do a lot for my family. I've always been that way throughout my entire life. And I just think it's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
That he wouldn't go
and
look for this girl that he loved for 8 years or whatever it was. And then, had fucking 3 kids with, a 4th on the way.
4, yeah.
And it's just like, well, it's a lost cause. They're probably deep in slave land, so I'm just going to go be a magician in England. What a fucking
tool.
So that is not uplifting. That is actually quite the opposite. It's like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Oh, I failed.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time.
Hey,
I'm kidding. I like the story because, hooray. And then it's like, yeah, you're a dick. I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Because it's like, I don't want to say like what he did and went through was bad, like not bad. That's not the word I'm looking. What he went through and what he dealt with and so on. It's obviously it was fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. But it's like, you got through that. through help of other people. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody. And the fucking guy got arrested for that helped him.
I know.
I mean, what a dick move. Shut the fuck up. Change your name. Go find your fucking wife and kids. You don't fucking like capitalize off of this, and you got someone else in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a dick move, man.
You're like, dude, I was your friend.
I fucking helped you get out of your shitty situation, and this is how you repay me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in jail, and you're fucking free being a weird hypnotist in fucking England, making white people sheep.
I hit a nerve.
You did. It's fucking irritating. I don't like that shit. That makes me annoyed more than it makes me uplifted.
Do you need another beer?
Welp.
I suppose.
All right, buffoons. That's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate, music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.